And yeah, this is the Conversation Project. Hey guys, it's Halle. As you guys may know, we lost an innocent black man due to police brutality. Well, my friend came up with the idea. Her name is Mackenzie, and she came up with the idea of having a conversation about what has been going on in the world. And so I got a group of friends and a group of YouTubers that I watch, and they are expressing how they feel about what is going on in America. And this is just a conversation that we all need to have with our friends. I challenge you guys to do the same thing. Make a video with your friends and just upload it to YouTube, and so we can spread this conversation. Here it goes.
If we lift our voices high, evil forces pass us by, and our cause will never die. Enlighten up, my friends. That was from the song Acapella by Danielle Nicole. That song speaks to me very much right now, especially with all the protesting that is going on. Like, just if we all need to come together, and if we all come together and just speak out for the Black community and against police brutality, we can really make a change. Everybody's voices need to be heard, and we all need to lift those other voices up. It's disheartening that we're still having these conversations in the year 2020. We've gone so far, and there's still so much that needs to be done. There are still so many people that, especially with police brutality, that their officers have just gotten away with it, and that needs to change. And the first way that one of the things we're kind of protesting for is defunding and reallocating the funds and the budget to other community-based things. And some things that I've been doing is I've been signing so many petitions, I've been sending emails, and I've been doing anything I can to help. Donating, protesting, those are all things you can do, that anybody can do. But if you're going out protesting, please be careful, please be safe. Try to get tested for COVID afterwards, because we're still in the middle of a pandemic. But this is the most important thing that we're fighting for right now. And we need to also have conversations with friends and family members about everything that's happening. Educate yourself and educate others. That's what I've been doing. But also, we, as white people, we need to remind ourselves that we need to speak up, not over. We need to let our Black brothers and sisters, we just need to uplift their voices, but not take away from whatever they're saying. We're just trying to uplift their voices using our privileged voices. So, yeah.
Get that under control, because our skin color is not a weapon. We shouldn't have to worry about getting shot when we need police's help. We should be able to walk up to police when we're having car trouble. We should be able to go jogging. We should be able to chill in our house, take out our cell phone. Like, it makes no sense. So yeah, definitely please, post, repost, share, sign petition if you can't donate. If you can't donate, donate what you can. Every little amount of money is appreciated. There's so many petitions and things you can do. Even if you can't donate, there's videos on YouTube where all the ad revenue is going to donations and collections. So yeah, please donate. Black women, guys, we have to be careful too. We get killed by police too, sadly. As Black people are oppressed, Black women are oppressed more, and it's terrible to see. And yeah, and there are states where cops are allowed to have, you know, relations with women and maybe even men in custody, which is, this is so disgusting to me. So yeah, there's a lot we need to change. Please keep fighting. Please keep posting, reposting. Black lives do matter. And no, all lives don't matter, because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. So thank you again, Halle, for being so vocal about everything and being so amazing and using your platform. Yeah, guys, a lot needs to change. Yes, equality is great. But obviously Black people don't have that. And it's sad that even at protests and movements that the police are still being so brutal and so hostile to people fighting for their rights. Don't let the word rubber bullets deceive you, because rubber bullets are huge. So freaking huge. So yeah, if you're going to a protest, please stay safe. Please support, even if you're not Black. You know, like, there's so many ways to contribute. Please take advantage of that. And yeah, you know, I love you guys. Be safe. Enjoy your protest. Have fun. You know, keep fighting. Thank you for fighting. And yeah.
On May 25th, 2020, George Floyd was brutally murdered. A cop had placed his knee on his neck and had suffocated him for 8 minutes before he died. This man was crying out to his mother for people to help him, and no one could. The officers by him didn't do anything. They let him die. They let this man kill him. They let this officer kill him, murder him, when he did absolutely nothing wrong. This should have never occurred. African Americans should never be prejudiced or experience injustice because of the color of their skin. They should never. It is horrible. Racism should never occur, but it does, and it's wrong. And I don't want anyone to experience that. It is horrible. I will join every rally, every protest, donate to everything I can to make sure that people are safe, that they are happy, that they don't have to fucking cry to their mother while they're dying to someone's hand when they did absolutely nothing wrong. There are protesters who are disappearing, who are dying, who are being murdered by horrible, horrible people, and they should not experience that. It is wrong. I want to make sure that people are safe. Halle, I want to make sure you're safe. I don't want you or people of your race to have to experience this. It's wrong. It's wrong, and I'm sorry. And I want everyone to be equal.
Hey guys, it's Danielle Nicole, and my channel on YouTube is Uniquely Nicole. Thank you so much, Hal, for inviting me to be on this video. I know this is a really important issue, and I'm so glad I can be able to talk about it on another Black person's channel. There's a lot of things that need to change within the government and the police, and with friends and family, and even relationships. So with friends and family, don't let them tear you down. Don't let them discourage you against speaking out or speaking up on what is happening. Do not be discouraged. When someone is saying something that is wrong, or saying that these events aren't affecting them, so they shouldn't care, or you shouldn't care, you need to stand up and tell them they are wrong. Friends and family. I've had to do this. I've had to end relationships with acquaintances, friends, because they did not believe that what was happening was wrong. You have to call out your friends and you have to call out your family, or this will continue. They will not care and nothing will change, and the cycle will start again. With relationships, being in an interracial relationship at the moment, you have to talk to each other. You have to explain to them or even give them places to research about Black Lives Matter or anything that's happening during this time, because we do come from different backgrounds. Someone was not exposed to this, or someone was and they don't understand, or they do understand. They have to be able to listen. You have to be able to listen to them. And although you won't be able to understand everything fully, it always helps for you to listen. If your partner is not listening to you, or they are gaslighting you, or not accepting what you're saying to them, you have to leave them. If their values are different from yours, and seeing a Black person and many other Black people being murdered by the police, by random white people, random other races, and they don't see anything wrong with it, and you yourself are a Black person or a person of color, you have to have the conversation. Especially if you want to have children in the future. The children may look a certain way, and they will have to be taught what you were taught as a Black person or a person of color as a child about racism. And if they aren't ready for that conversation, it has to be over. People who are overusing their power and are corrupt and who are murdering people need to be replaced in offices, in the government, in power. If they are not replaced, this cycle will continue to happen, and they will limit all of our resources for us to record, for us to even go out and protest, which they're trying their best to stop us protesting. It needs to be refreshed. So with this, don't forget to sign petitions. If you can protest, go and protest. I encourage it 100%. Be safe out there. Go on Twitter. Make sure to get all the education you need. We have Google, everything. Donate. Support Black businesses. Do whatever you can. And if you've done all these things, you have done so much. And never feel like you have not done enough. I've known there's so many people out there that feel like they haven't done enough. But if you are putting your all into this, you are doing amazing. And don't be too hard on yourself. Also, worry about your mental health. If this is affecting you mentally while you're having panic attacks, you're going into depression, anything, anxiety, take a step back. I know for myself, I had to limit my time on all my apps because I found myself staying up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning just scrolling and crying because I saw all these different people who in the past, present, and maybe the future who are being arrested and brutalized and murdered. So, with all that said, make sure to take care of yourself, stay safe, and thank you again, Halle, for letting me be a part of this. I'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, I'm Michaela, and I'm gonna make a little video about my thoughts and everything about what's going on in this world because Halle asked her friends to. So I'm gonna just share what I feel about everything. I wrote down some points that I wanna talk about. So first is describing difference between All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter. And I know that you guys have probably seen either on social media or in your own family and had conversations about the difference between the two, and about how when people say all lives matter, especially during this time, it's not really something that you should be saying. Yes, of course, 100% all lives do matter, but in this moment in time, we need help people that are people of color and Black lives because they're being suppressed and not treated correctly, not treated with human rights, and that's one of the reasons why all this stuff is going on right now. So the difference between Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter is pretty extreme, and if you're saying All Lives Matter, you're kind of saying that the people that say Black Lives Matter are wrong, which is not true. The next is, I want to talk about the destruction and everything that's going on. Yes, it's wrong to loot, steal, and everything, but first of all, the people that are doing that aren't the peaceful protesters. It's just people who are taking advantage of this situation and who want to just be bad people, just destruction. Second of all, it's kind of inevitable. Like, think about your let's say your race or your religion or how you live. You're a minority. You've been oppressed for 400 plus years, and you keep asking, we want equality, we want equality, we want equality, and nobody's responding to it. No one is saying, you're right, you should get to equality. Nobody's paying attention to you. Also, as soon as there's destruction of property and stuff like that, people start listening. People start paying attention, saying, oh my gosh, this is a problem. We need to fight for it. We need to fight for what's right. So yes, looting and everything and rioting is wrong, but people have been waiting for centuries and years for change, and it hasn't come. So people are upset. People are angry, and it's wrong. Yes, I know it's wrong, but it's inevitable. It's making change, but it's wrong. Next is where to get reliable information and resources. A lot of mainstream media like News 4, Fox, CNN are only showing their points of view, because like CNN and Fox are on very opposite ends of the spectrum of sharing their information and what they want you to know. A lot of mainstream media platforms aren't showing everything, all the raw data. Read articles, please. Twitter and TikTok, I hate to say it, but they are the most reliable resources we have right now. I know that's weird to say and weird to think about, but mainstream media isn't showing everything. They're just showing what they want you to feel and how they want you to feel. What they think is right, and their side, like Republican or Democrat, their side of things. So please use other social media platforms, read your articles. Videos are important, informational videos, history books, like, yeah, that's actually good information. How to deal with racist people is another one that I wanted to talk about. In your family or on social media, please approach them with kindness, because if you're poking at them and you're getting under their skin, they're not going to be able to be open in order to receive new information and be like, hey, this person might be right, I am racist, or this is wrong, or something like that. Because if you just poke at them, they're going to have a defense wall up, and they're not going to be able to receive information and be able to think about it in the correct way. So I know it's hard, like when you feel so deeply about this subject and they are being racist, you want to be like, what the heck is wrong with you? But if you approach them with kindness and gentleness and compassion and share with them what is actually going on, they might be able to be open-minded and change their opinions. Next is new laws that are being placed. A lot of things are going under the radar because everybody's focus is on these protests and this change that's needed in police brutality and basic human rights for people of color. And so these new laws are being placed and passed that limits our communication, mostly on social media platforms. And that's really not good, because in America we have the freedom of speech, and Donald Trump is trying to pass these new laws that limit that, and that's not what America is founded on, and we would like to keep it the way that it was founded on, and the Constitution and everything. So please read up on your history. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? Why are people protesting? What's going on? White privilege? What's white privilege? Like, if you read articles, and please educate yourself on, if you're white, what white privilege is. Use your voice for good. Do not speak over the Black community. Ask your allies, ask other people of color and other like people that you know, what can I do to help you? Where do you want me to stand, without speaking over them. That's also very, very important. Also, stay safe. Stay safe. Please stay safe. If you're going to these protests, make sure you protect yourself. A lot of the times, there's peaceful protesters, and then police are firing rubber bullets, mace, tear gas on the peaceful protesters, when those things that they're doing to the peaceful protesters are meant for groups of rioters. They're not meant for peaceful protesters, because we have the ability and the right to peaceful protest, and that's another reason why people are protesting, because they want to have a stop to police brutality, and them being able to go into police force without a degree, without certain classes, without stuff like that. Because if they had a whole setup like a degree in order to be a police officer, they would weed out those people that are just racist and are like, oh, I have this badge and I can do what I want. They're gonna steer away those people, because they would literally have to go to school to be a police officer, and they wouldn't want to do that. They would just want to put on a badge and say, okay, now I can kill people, when that's wrong. We don't want that in our police force. Yes, also ways to help. Other ways to help are petitions to sign and stuff like that. I'm sure there's links everywhere that you can use, stuff like that. Also, even if you don't have money, because if you're not making money because of coronavirus and all that stuff, or you're just too young to donate your money, there's links of videos that you can just stream. Just put it on your phone, put your phone down, stream the video, and it'll automatically donate to important causes. There's also scams though, so please, please, please be careful that you're not using scams, because they're sending your money to places that aren't actually helping these causes. So that's also important to look out for. I think that's it. So thank you, Halle, for letting me do video and include this in your YouTube video and all the information and all that type of stuff. Thanks. Bye.
Also, again, thank you so much, Hannah Barnes and Uniquely Nicole, for being part of this video. I genuinely appreciate it so much. It means the world to me that you guys took time out of your day to even make a video for me. It truly means the world to me. I'm genuinely so appreciative, and you guys should subscribe to them because they're really cool cats. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thanks again for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Anyone who's watching this, please spread love, spread kindness, and remember that you are beautiful and rare, and I love you. And I hate saying and I always have no outro, but bye.